Hey guys, this is 18.2. Welcome back to Zoo Tycoon Complete Collection Whale Zoo. This part, we should be getting the last, I believe I have 2 whales left, plus the whale shark. If nobody says anything, or has any objections, I think following the whales, I'll go to sharks. Because, I mean, that would make sense. So, first things first. Our next whale. Oh, I spelled that wrong. There we go. Now, the humpback whales. They need deeper water. And they need a specialist assigned to them. No, not the show tank. And they need rocks and foliage. They don't need a shelter. So. Sea stars. Which are decidedly not foliage. They're I actually don't know where the word foliage comes from, so I don't know what permutation of the word fauna I need to use. Starfish are animals, not plants. Then I think also barnacles and mussels and sea cucumber. Actually, sea cucumber. No, sea cucumber's an animal. A lot of the aquatic foliage is actually animals. Whoop. Congratulations, you have been given the gold plaque Superior Whale Care for displaying at least 5 different whale species in highly suitable exhibits. I wish it told me which ones it's counting as whales. Because all of them are whales. Every single one. They're probably counting the sperm whale, the humpback whale, the orca. I'd probably guess the bowhead whale. And hang on. It's 3, 4. Either the beluga or the narwhal. I'm not sure which. But again, every animal I've placed in this zoo is a whale, taxonomically speaking. As far as marine biologists are concerned, yeah, they're different. But, as I said, I don't really care, because the closest separating, the closest common taxonomical branch is split between toothed whales and baleen whales, and toothed whales splits also into dolphins and porpoises. Therefore, could you imagine if they could just jump out and just start flopping around? That'd be terrifying. Why can't the narwhal find food? Who's assigned to the narwhals? You. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So, now that I've got the humpback whales, let's look at them. Although the humpback whale gets its common name from the small bumps on its back, its Latin name, Megaterra novae Angliae, means huge wings, New England. The huge wings are the enormous baleen whales are their flippers, and although often spotted in New England waters, humpback whales are found all over the world. An adult humpback whale can be up to 60 feet long. Yep, I have that. And weigh up to 50 tons. Ooh, I only have 40 tons. These massive animals are so large that their hearts alone can weigh as much as 430 pounds. That's the weight of like 2 1/3 adult males. Adult male humans, rather. The huge flippers measure about 1/3 of their body length. These giant flippers can be used to herd fish or calves, or steer, or to pound on the water as a signal or a threat. Humpbacks are generally dark gray or black in color, but some are gray or off-white. They darken in color as they age. The patches of coloration on their flukes are unique to each individual whale and are often used in identifying individual animals. I would be willing to place money that if I bought another male and another female humpback whale, they would have the same fluke pattern, because that would just be obnoxious to code. It could be done, though, using a noise filter. Anyway, the sensory knobs of a humpback whale are called tubercles. These tennis ball-sized organs are found on the upper and lower jaw. Each tubercle has a single hair, which is used to detect vibrations. These vibrations can give the whale information about water movement or the location of prey. Humpback whales are baleen whales. Instead of teeth, baleen whales have pairs of thin, long plates that hang from their upper jaws. We've been over this. A humpback whale may possess over 300 pairs of these plates. While some baleen whales eat by skimming, such as the bowhead, filtering small organisms out of the water with the baleen and consuming them, the humpback whale is a gulper. They drive their prey, sand lance, herring, capelin, other small fish, squid, and krill, into circles, kind of like the orcas, and gulp large quantities of them into their baleen at once. In order to force their prey into a small area, humpback whales can blow bubbles, creating a kind of net out of them. Humpbacks have been known to trap hundreds of krill in one of these bubble nets. Yeah, the bubble nets are really, really fascinating. Because they are they're pod creatures, or pod whales as opposed to solitary whales. So you just have a group of whales making this giant net of bubbles around their food, and just cool. Anyway, humpback whales are found in temperate to tropical waters all over the world. They feed in the cooler waters during most of the year, and then migrate thousands of miles to warmer breeding grounds. Male humpback whales are almost always found alone, other than during breeding season. Females will often feed groups of 3 to 4 animals. Larger groups are not possible because of the large amount of food each animal needs to survive. Humpback whales are well known for their songs. These songs are long, up to 30 minutes, and made up of complex arrangements of grunts, clicks, and squeaks. Only the males sing, and they do so only in the breeding grounds. Scientists think that whales, like birds, may use song to help attract a mate. Male whales do not tolerate the songs of other whales well. Most singing males keep about 3 miles from each other. You know when you don't like your neighbors singing in the shower? and you have to go 3 miles away or else you still hear them? No? Well, that's what they do. So, some other fun facts that weren't there. Humpback whales I have can move... Let me try again. I have in my notes, I do not have humpback whales. That would be amazing, though. They move up to 16 miles per hour. I have an insane range of... They live from 45 to 100 years. They're not really threatened because they're... as far as endangered species go, they're not threatened because they have plenty of habitat. As in, basically the entire ocean. Let's see. Actually, they listed all the food that I have here. And lastly, their only natural predator is, of course, orcas, the apex predator of the ocean. If orcas were amphibious, they would have a non-zero chance of becoming the apex predator of the world. Except that humans are really, really good at killing things. As in, we accidentally kill things all the time. I'm not going into the rant again, I did that last episode. So that's the humpback whale. That leaves... Let me just double check this. I have belugas, I have bowhead whales, I have harbor porpoise, humpback whale, narwhal, orca, sperm whale, so next is the bottlenose dolphin. Probably the single most evil creature in the ocean. But I'll get to that eventually. Okay, I think I'm gonna want the footpath to go all the way over there. No! No, 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 no. I know why it did it, but... Okay, so now... put the dolphins back here. And... I'll put the... the show tank here. This ought to be plenty big for them. This ought... Excuse me. This ought to be plenty big for them. Yeah, Yep, bottlenose dolphins. As I said, probably the most evil creature in the ocean. Heck, probably any body of water. No, I have no idea why I chose that name for the show tank. It just came to me. Alright. And of course I'm going to have to terraform that. And I need... Yeah, I know you're not happy. I'm working on it. It's weird. Let's not have shows yet. Okay, so it's too shallow. Yeah, I thought so. And the foliage they like is kelp. Helps them... Yeah, I'll get to it. I need to be patient. Take care of these whales. Yeah, they like to hide in the kelp. Alright. Good. Let's get the dolphin show objects. That... No, I want that. Oh, come on. Did I really make it too small again? I made it too small again. Oh, nope. Okay, what size do I need? Really hard to tell. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 by 3. I need a 13 by 3 area. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, and give myself a little bit of leeway because these are obnoxious to put in. There we go. And a dolphin ball. Should be able to fit there. Oh, no, no. Dolphin hoop, not sea otter hoop. Orca, orca, sea otter, sea otter, sea otter, sea otter. Oh no, sea lion. Alright. Okay. I know you can't... Ah! Stop! No! Behave! Bubble jump, hoop jump, tail walk, play with ball, flip, belly flop, jump, spin, wave to crowd, bubble jump, hoop jump, tail walk, play with ball, flip, belly flop, jump, spin, wave to crowd. Marine specialist. Where is Show Tank 9? Okay, I fixed it. Filter. And grandstands. And a restroom. Oh, I need to connect that. I need to connect that up. That's actually important. Okay, all the in-game stuff has been taken care of. Now, the last actual dolphin... The last dolphin. No, the last actual whale. The bottlenose dolphin is one of the most well-known marine mammals. With their friendly and curious nature and adaptability to captivity, these animals have a long relationship with humans. Tursiops truncatus, more commonly known as bottlenose dolphins, are cetaceans belonging to the suborder Odontoceti. I should know how to say that by now. The largest... Breathe. Think. Speak. The largest of the oceanic dolphins, they live up to 30 years in many of the coastal waters of the world, from cold temperate to tropical waters. Although the largest bottlenose dolphins are 12 feet long and weigh 1,400 pounds, most are significantly smaller. These animals are characterized by their long beak-like snout, a pair of broad flippers which are slightly pointed, a large rounded melon on their heads, and the dolphin smile, really caused by the arrangement of facial muscles and not by any emotional state. This smile contains over 50 sharp conical teeth used to grab food. They aren't needed for chewing, since the bottlenose dolphin swallows its food whole. A single blowhole is the dolphin's only method of respiration. Typically, a bottlenose dolphin will surface every 2 minutes for air, though they can go longer without breathing during their deepest dives of up to 1,000 feet or more. The melon of the dolphin's head is mainly made up of fatty tissue and is part of the animal's hearing apparatus. The dolphin's small outer ear is primarily used for hearing when the sound is above water. Underwater sound is carried through the melon, which does make sense. Because the sound is going through water, having it go directly into an ear versus will give it a significantly shorter time for hearing and therefore distance, as opposed to it going through the melon of fatty tissue, which would be able to carry the sound better. Sound is extremely important to the bottlenose dolphin since they use echolocation to navigate. To echolocate off a target, a dolphin bounces sound, usually a click, off a distant target and uses the echo to figure out where the target is. That target can be prey, a predator, or an obstacle. Sound is also important in dolphin communications. They use single-pitched whistles to locate each other and broadcast their location. This is especially important if a baby dolphin becomes separated from its mother. Dolphins are extremely social animals. Pods of 2 to 12 dolphins make up family units, although the makeup of these groups can change over time. Some dolphins seem to live without a pod, never interacting with other dolphins. No one knows if these dolphins leave by choice or are forced out. Young male dolphins typically leave their mother's pod at puberty, forming a new group with other young males. These male dolphins will then establish dominance within their new groups. The most dominant animals get the first choice of mates and first chance to eat when food is discovered. In their struggles for dominance, male dolphins will engage in chasing, ramming, biting, and slapping. Despite its many teeth, a dolphin's prey is small enough to swallow whole. Typical animals in a bottlenose dolphin diet include small fish, shrimp, eels, catfish, mullet, and squid. Like many other cetaceans, dolphins are cooperative hunters. herding fish and trapping them between pod members. Dolphin pods can even drive schools of fish onto mud flats where pod members can temporarily strand themselves to catch them. Dolphins have even been known to help humans herd a school of fish for mutual benefit. Since hunting techniques seem to vary greatly between pods of dolphins, scientists think that adult dolphins teach the young how to start hunting at an early age. There is no doubt that dolphins are highly intelligent animals. Captive dolphins can learn to understand a language of hand signals, including basic grammatical ideas such as nouns and verbs. Dolphins in captivity are easily trained to execute simple tasks for humans and to perform for their entertainment. The complexities of dolphin behavior in the wild, however, remain a mystery. Oh, yeah, that's putting it mildly. So, notes that I have that they don't. Dolphins can weigh up to half a ton, weigh 1,100 pounds. Have a top speed of about 18 miles per hour, live 40 to 50 years. They are not threatened or endangered because they live everywhere. Well, not everywhere. They live in temperate and tropical waters, which is most of the waters. They are hunted by tiger sharks, dusky sharks, and of course, orcas. Now, dolphins. Oh man. They have been documented killing things for no apparent reason. Not territorial dispute, not for food, just kind of killing things. They also, some of the things, they like to play with swimming humans, sometimes actually playing, sometimes helping them, sometimes drowning them, sometimes just outright killing them, and sometimes I don't think I can say it on YouTube. It's maybe how mermaids are born. They have been known to follow ships, and back in the days of wooden ships being common, they would steal oars and knock people over. They are very definitely the most human-like aquatic animal, just kind of doing whatever they want, because who's going to stop them other than orcas? They are nasty pieces of work. And if you don't believe me, feel free to look it up. Just know that you have been warned. And now, the final member of the whale zoo, which, barring any oh, I can't do that. The heck, no. Barring any significant objections, will also be the first shark. Which, of course, is here. The whale shark. As you can tell, they probably don't like the shallow water there. they're not exactly shallow water creatures. Whale sharks, as I said, are not whales. They are fish. More specifically, they are sharks. I know. Surprising. What is surprising is their temperament compared to both whales and sharks. If you will recall, not whale sharks. Most of the whales that I've been talking about, with the exception of the largest ones who just kind of float around and let food enter their mouths, they actively go out and they hunt. They will viciously defend themselves. They're not particularly picky about what they eat. The whale shark, or Rhynchodon typus, is the largest fish in the world. This shark is so large that before its scientific discovery in 1828, fishermen who caught a glimpse of the whale shark often thought they were viewing a sea monster. Okay, I could see that. I kind of find them endearing. Anyway, in Japan, the whale shark is called Ebesuzame and is considered good luck. In Vietnam, it is known as Kaong. Vietnamese fishermen pray to a god of the same name. So, if you don't want to call them whale sharks, call them god sharks. I think that's it. I kind of like that better. They're god sharks. Individual members of the species have been known to be 60 feet long, but 32 feet is more common for an adult whale shark. More specifically, 40 to 60 feet. Oops, sorry. 18 to 33 feet. I was looking at the sperm whale for a moment. Whale sharks tend to be 18 to 33 feet long. Whale sharks are darker in colors than many other sharks, with a gray to blue back and a white belly. That doesn't sound darker. Then again, I've been describing whales this whole time, so, you know. These sharks also have unique patterns of spots and lines on their backs and sides. Whale sharks have huge heads that are broad and flat and end in a giant mouth. Despite their appearance, these sharks are docile and harmless. Whale sharks are suction feeders. They have long gill rakers, which they use to suck plankton, tiny crustaceans, and small fish into their mouths. The small teeth that line their mouths are used only to hold food inside and keep it from swimming away. When a whale shark finds a school of small fish, it feeds by bobbing up and down, filling its mouth each time it passes through the school. The whale shark lives in the tropical and warm temperate waters in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. Although they prefer warm water, whale sharks have been found as far north as Long Island, off the coast of the northeastern United States. Wait. They've been found as far north as Oh, wow. Yeah, Wow. Usually these gentle fish can be found swimming slowly near the surface, looking for food. Because of their huge size, whale sharks are homes to other animals. Jacks and pilotfish live on whale sharks like a reef. Whale sharks are not social fish, rarely found in groups. Scientists have never seen a whale shark give birth, but they have found egg sacs in pregnant females. This suggests that females hatch eggs inside of them and then give birth to live young. I don't know whether or not they have... Scientists have probably witnessed a whale shark reproduce at this point with more modern technology. Either way, probably live young. Like many sharks, fishing for whale sharks is strictly controlled, since overfishing and fin harvesting have greatly reduced populations. Although whale sharks are not dangerous to people, they can be a danger to navigation. Collisions with ships can cause a great deal of damage. Well, yeah. Oh my word, I forgot to feed the sharks. I was just talking about how awesome the god sharks are. And it's like, oh, but they don't need food. Oh, man. They weigh up to 20 tons. So yeah, 18 to 33 feet long, 20 tons. You can see how a collision with it would do serious damage, especially in the age of exploration. Like, I'm pretty sure whale sharks don't actually do that. That thrash there, that's not something whale sharks do. I think it's because they're coded to be sharks and therefore have shark movements. That is my hypothesis, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. They have a whopping top speed of 3 miles per hour. Are you guys happy yet? Because the thrashing is scaring me. Even though, again, they can't break out of these exhibits. Anyway, they live 60 to 100 years. And they're... and while the game says they're basically purely solitary, there have been recorded schools of whale sharks, which would look amazing. As far as endangerment goes, they are vulnerable, which is the stage before... Okay, so you have extinct, endangered, threatened, near threatened, vulnerable. And then it goes further, but that's all that's relevant right now. They live in tropical waters. Oh, so I have a thing for average litter size. For all the whales, they tend to give birth to 1. Whale sharks give birth to up to 300 babies that probably mostly get eaten by the mother, because that's how fish work. They eat zooplankton, sardines, anchovies, mackerels, squid, tuna, and albacore, which I'm pretty sure are also tuna. So when it says they eat small fish, tuna are rather large. Tuna also are very slow, so the whale shark, again, it just sees a school tuna, uses gill suction, and the tuna just kind of helplessly get caught in its mouth. Their natural predators are the blue marlin, which is the largest swordfish, spearfish type of fish, the blue shark, and of course, orcas. However, corollary, along with the largest of whales, very little actual... Oh my word, did you see that? See, that was cool, that was cool. There's some good attention to detail in this. Oh my, I don't think the porpoises are going to be happy for much longer. Anyway. I lost my train of thought because the whale shark opened its mouth. And it was awesome. Anyway, that is it for whales. I mean, and the shark. Oh, yes. Very little actually attacks full-grown whale sharks. Because they're just... Whoa. When did the sperm whales reproduce? When did the sperm whales reproduce? I know it's not big enough. That's insane. When did the humpback whales reproduce? How fertile are my whales? Oh, wait, those are the bowheads. Never mind. But yeah, there's some good attention to detail in the actions. Again, I do recommend Zoo Tycoon as an educational game. It is really good. It just is. It has a lot of information, good attention to detail. Obviously, there's some video game logic involved, but it definitely has educational merit. As you have heard through after reading the Zoo Tycoon descriptions, most of the time, the descriptions there are still accurate to this day, even with more discoveries. I can't get all the whales in one image. But anyway, that's it for the whale zoo. Please leave your comments as to whether or not I should go ahead and just add sharks to this, or if I should expand to different marine animals. And do remember to like or dislike and or subscribe if you are not subscribed. This series should run for quite some time, since I can only cover up to 3 animals in depth per episode maximum, and I'm kind of pushing it with this episode. But for now, this has been 18-2, and I will see you guys next time.